Mikudo Maufe Numetole. That is greetings to all Africans. Le means makes something plural in the phone language. We wanted to just give a brief. We are Ayìnon Agelogbagan. We are the monarch or the king of the monarchy of Ganlodo. We wanted to make a real brief. This will be brief, pretty brief. Video. And one reason we're making more videos is because, unfortunately, many people in general, attention span is very short. Also, we're taking into consideration, like we have people at Ganlodo with children and they homeschool, and videos often help remedy that, because you can listen to a video, audio and video, versus and still multitask. So that's one of the main reasons we're doing this. In our travels, we also understand that there are people that have dyslexia, which can be dealt with the oracles. That's another subject. But we want to talk about the fact that many people are using words and names that are not African that they really think are African. And this main word, that's thrown in the side, so to speak, is the non-African word Alaafia. Spelled Alaafia. Oftentimes, especially new Africans born outside of Mawufe, the name for Africa, true name for Africa, they will spell it with one A in the middle. Alaafia. Is even a very popular little song that people sing. We were even in the park one day and we saw a bunch of Yovo with drums that were all out of sync playing that little Alaafia song. Alaafia is an Arabic word, comes from the Andalusian Arabic, al-Fiyat, A-L, which is an article in the Arabic language, meaning the, or it has various meanings. Kind of like ni in Yorùbá. A-L plus Fiyah, F-I-Y-A-H, right? And that means literally the health. Literally the health. We had a little technical difficulty there. So the fact that we know that means the health, we know for a fact that could not be a greeting. Period. So it's like you walking up to somebody, let's say you're speaking English, the health, that doesn't even make sense. So for one thing, it's not even a greeting. It's not African and it's not a greeting. So it's being used wrong. Now, in the way the Yoruba who have been confused into using that word, they use it as a question, She Alaafia ni, and they kind of mean it to mean how is your health or how are you, But Alaafia by itself definitely is not a greeting. But one of the main problems, as it trickles on down, as you see, is that it is an Arabic word. That is not an African word, period. So if we claim to be re-Africanizing, now, not everybody in these traditions, matter of fact, the majority of people in these traditions, African traditions, are not trying to re-Africanize. And re-Africanize meaning to think like an African, to dress, to act, to eat like an African, to live like an African, a true, like in our rightful African mind, not our current state. That you see in Mawufe. But those that say they are re-Africanizing should take this information and run with it and apply it. Whenever we find out something that was incorrect, we used to say Alaafia. We used to wear the slave beads also. And what we mean by the slave beads, those ilekes, if you're not familiar with what ileke is, I-L-E-K-E, that's the Yoruba word that loosely means beads, a bead rather. But you see a lot of people in the Sheshe tradition, where different eleques that represent the different Orisha, red and white, Shango, green and black, and it'll have a certain pattern with the number pattern of alternating beads, alternating colors. But those beads they're wearing were what they call the trade beads. Those are not the true beads of Africa. They didn't wear those beads before the onset of captivity, So that's another thing. Suuru is another word in Yoruba, has infected its way into Yoruba language, S-U-U-R-U, and that means patience, according to the Yoruba. However, it is Arabic. So there we have another one and another misrepresentation. Now, how did these there are more Arabic words in Yoruba, Adura. Many people use A-D-U-R-A, Adura, to mean prayer. That is not an African word. Adura is an Arabic word also. Iwure, which would be a better term in Yoruba, that's the word for prayer, supplication. But how did these words get there? It was through the conquest, the Arabicized Hausa and Fulani, who invaded northern Oyo, which is northern Yoruba land, in the area called Ilorin, actually, and that trickled down off into Oyo. So because the Oyo dialect is the most popular dialect, the most widespread dialect of the Yoruba language, that's why you'll see more people using these Arabic words, because more than likely if they learn Ife dialect, they would never have run across the word Alaafia, But then again, that they've been influenced by it too. So we have Adura, Alaafia, Suuru. You may have heard the term or read somewhere if you study Odu Ifa, Suuru ni Babawa. And in Yoruba, that's supposed to mean patience is the father of character. We're going to let you do your own research and find the Yoruba word for patience. We're going to do that on purpose. We gave you the other words, the other correct words. While we're on the subject, we have certain names that are used, like Maulana. Maulana is a kind of popular name, especially got popular in the 70s through Maulana Karanga, who created Kwanzaa. But Maulana means teacher, and it comes from the Arabic. Mwalimu, M-W-A-L-I, Mwalimu, M-W-A-L-I-M-U, which is a very popular name amongst those that claim a nationalistic approach to reality, black nationalism or whatnot. But Mwalimu means teacher, and it's akin. It comes from the same root as Maulana. That's Arabic. Nia, very popular name amongst New African women. Nia, it means purpose. It does mean purpose, but it comes from the Arabic word Nia, which means purpose. And we can go on and on with these illustrations about these non-African words. But once again, this is only going to matter to someone who is re-Africanizing, who wants to rid themselves, who says, look, if I'm studying African language, I need to learn African words. That's why, is the Kibantu, Kiswahili is problematic. It's a problematic language because it has so many Arabic words, and you have to take a lot of time to pick them out of there. It's like picking small bones out of a fish. And so we learned Kiswahili originally. That was our original non-European language we learned. And then we learned Kibantu. Kibantu is taking the Arabic out. And to this day, people are still taking Arabic out of there. That's how much Arabic is in there. These words have to be replaced with Congo or, Bantu words. Because it's different. Congo is a Bantu language. So that we have it. Alaafia is a non-African word. It does not mean peace. It does not. It is not a greeting. It is not a greeting. And to be honest with you, in the spirit of re-Africanizing, we're going to tell you why people are gravitated to saying Alaafia. It's their hotep. It's their assalamu alaikum. And that hotep is their assalamu alaikum too. They want to have an African assalamu alaikum, an African shalom. You see? So they see the Hebrews and all that doing the shalom. I mean, the Jews, whatnot, and the Muslims they have their signature greetings, right? That's what it's about. And so many of our people have been so de-Africanized, they're looking for African signature greetings. So that's why you see people say hotep all the time. Hotep, that's not, if the proper way, first of all, Tamaray is a dead civilization. So that's problematic there. You're trying to speak a language that there's no telling how you pronounce hotep, really. Because some people say hotep, some people say hetep. We learned hetep, but as a greeting, people Tamaray use hetepu. Put the U at the end to like send out, meaning like to send out something. That's an article that they use. But that really doesn't really concern us, except for the fact that we want to teach people that it's better to go to your direct ancestral groundings, which is West Mawufe, West Africa, than all the way to Tamaray, East Africa, and it is a dead civilization. So people are looking for their, so people come into Isheshe, which is so-called Ifa or Orisha tradition, as many of them misname it. And so they want to have that signature. And so they picked up on Alaafia, and they've run with it. But they've run with the Arabs. They are not running with Africans when they do that. That is not our custom. Our greetings are so detailed and intricate, they can last up to like 10, 15 minutes. Baoninko, Ileinko, Ebinko, Ajoinko, how's your family? How are you? How's your work? Then the person responds. Then you responding to that. Afon Gajia, Huetowido Gajia. We switched from Yoruba to phone just then. Afon Gajia, did you wake well? Afon B, did you sleep completely? So and that can go on for forever until somebody decides to break it up or go into another part of the conversation. A lot of times you will see Yoruba people or Aja phone people or Akan people talking. You think they're having a conversation, but they're really greeting. We've experienced that. Sitting in a restaurant where the person we were with, this was years ago, thought the people were having a conversation, and we told them no, they're just greeting. They're still in the greeting stages. And so they asked us what they were saying, so we told them. So we hope that this works for you. We hope that, and once again, the nation builder, we hope that you take this information, apply it, do other research into other foreign terminologies and whatnot that you want to remove from your African way of life. This has been also Agelogbagan, Abovi the Galodo Hosu. On this day after Marcus Garvey Day, those that are watching this, we wish you still warm Marcus Garvey, not day greetings, but period. This is Marcus Garvey's period. He did a lot of things in this month outside of being born. The UNIA was created this month. So, and we call Marcus Garvey, as we have elevated him to Tohun, which is, you also see the term Tovodun. That is national ancestor. We actually did the proper rituals years ago to elevate him, and we had to remove the name Garvey, Marcus Garvey, and we found out his name was not Kwaku. He was Fonte. Kwaku if he was a Sante, but he's Kwaku. So we say Garvey so people can know what we're talking about, then we add Nana Kwaku. So we pray that this revolutionary period reaches you fine. We say revolutionary because we'll be celebrating the anniversary of the Haitian liberation movement, so-called Haitian Revolution. This month is a celebration of the founding of the UNIA, a powerful movement that influences us to this day. Our blog and our publications can be found at KilomboRestorationandHealing.com. That is www. The website is restorationhealing.com, the address. Restorationhealing.com. Name of the site, Quilombo Restoration and Healing. You'll see our blog and our videos. You may be watching the video from from the site. But our publications, we have 17 publications there on the tradition. We even have our own calendar for purchase for those by those that we communicate with. You will see that you can't really buy it. You have to contact us. Then we'll set up a means for you to purchase it. And we have the groundbreaking Quilombo paradigm, Maroon sovereignty through Vodun culture, which is probably one of our most profound works that we've ever put out. It came out last year, about a year ago. We have a video on the product page that talks about it, and a description in writing also. So there you have it. Re-Africanizing by removing, the first thing you can do, remove reference to Alaafia from your language. Odigba. All right, we want to say Quilombo. We use the term maroon. That is a non-African term, but we use that term so people can know what we're talking about. But the term for maroon, like maroonish, like if you're talking about things that are maroon, is Quilombo nu in our language. Quilombo means it's from the Congo. It's from Kikongo language. Kikongo means Congo language. It means encampment, and it's an intentful encampment to move away from chaos to create new. That's what a Quilombo is. That's why they were called Quilombos down in Brazil. Quilombo nu meto is a maroon. That's a Quilombo person. When you see that meto there, that's referring to a human being. So there you have it. If you want to use African terms and replace, we only use English because we have to. We're speaking to people that don't know the language. Some are trying. We want to see more. We have a language book, Phone Bay Primer, on the site also. About 550 pages of pure phone language translated in English. Odigba.